Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. Now, full disclosure, this is part 2, because I have already recorded everything, but like I said last time, I haven't had time to edit it. So I am in this lovely coastal spot, because if I turn around at all, it will spoil everything, and I don't want to do that because it's pretty cool. So, what are we doing today? Today we are finishing, I guess, phase 1, so to speak, of our oil power plant. Because, like I also said last time, it is going to be rocket fuel, but for now it is just turbo fuel. So, yeah, we're going to be finishing off that power plant today, and that is literally going to be it, because it is such a lot, because it is so much stuff. So, I should stop wasting time, so this episode isn't more than an hour. Cool! Oh, and one more thing. Just so you know, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but the train will end up looking like this. I did this between finishing it and editing the video. Hello. But previously the train looks like absolute terribleness, right? And it was all wiggly and horrible. Now it's straight. I just want you to know that, because it would annoy me. Anyway, yes, that is enough spoilers. I'm going to drown myself. Okay, I have decided what I want to do with the diluted packaged fuel refineries, and so I'm just placing them, and now I'm waiting for the depot to recover a bit, because you can see on the side there, it's not coping very well. But what I'm gonna do is I have this row. This row is of 12 of the blueprints along, and I'm gonna have sorry, this isn't 12 just yet. I need to put 2 on that end, but we'll get to that. But the idea is I'm gonna have that many, and then I'm gonna have another row raised up behind it, because that's where we have space, and I didn't want to cover up that, because that's a normal oil node. If it was impure, I was going to consider just covering up, but normal is worth keeping, in my opinion. If it was pure, it would definitely have to stay, but this one, it has to stay, and also I kind of want access to this one as well, just here. Even though it's impure, I do want access. But yeah, it is floating, though. But yeah, I'm going to just place the rest of the blueprints, but a bit further back and a bit higher up, because we need another logistics lane. But then, other than that, it's just the same thing, just higher up. But anyway, yes, logistics. Now, I'm doing a small side quest while I'm waiting for the depot, and that's getting more power slugs, because, well, there's a lot of generators that we're going to be making, and so I want to have to put down less, so I'm going to overclock them all. I decided, after I realised I had this many slugs. This is 90 by itself, which is already double what we have. And so, I thought it was worth it. Oh yeah, and I put the tarmac here. Asphalt, if you're American. But, it's just to fill out the space. I like the paved biome kind of look, you know? So I've just been paving over. I've basically just been stalling. I'm probably going to go back now because I got bored. Like, I'm just going to go back. Oh, that's the wrong way around. I'm probably going to go back to I'm going to go back to the base and pick up all the resources we need at this point, because it's taking way too long, honestly. So I just want to speed it up by going to get stuff, you know? So, yeah. And the pipe work shouldn't be too bad if we think about it, because, well, there's only going to be one heavy oil residue pipe, because we're making 540, and in fact we'll be making less, because actually, give me 1 second, I loaded up a little thing to simulate when we don't have the rocket fuel, because the rocket fuel gives us extra compacted coal, which means less turbo fuel. So I've just made this to adjust for things, so I will have to go and underclock a bunch of stuff and put some stuff on standby for the time being. But that's more of a convenience thing. If we think about this, hang on, give me 1 second. 950. Okay, well, 18.75. That's only 51 generators we're putting down. So that's quite good, I think. Saved us a lot of space because, well, we made the blueprint, and the blueprint is small, but it's not that small, and there's going to be a lot of them. If we just think about this, when we have rocket fuel, I did this maths earlier, so remember this. We have 2,000 rocket fuel, and if we overclock them fully, they take this much. So that's 192 generators, which is quite a lot, you know? So that's why I'm doing the power shards, etc, etc. Can editor just make it make sense, please? I don't know if any of that made sense. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Okay, I am finished with the blueprints. I've not finished with fully aestheticing them yet, but I have started over there. But I decided to take a little break from that and do some logistics, so I'm bringing the heavy oil residue over. Actually, that would look good. Yeah, that's the stuff. Okay, I also need to, so next I was going to connect the actual pipes, because they're not. These are connected, but the groups aren't connected to each other, and the extractor isn't connected to the groups, so, you know, it's a quick job, but it needs doing. Should go and underclock and put on standby everything that we don't need going right now. Yeah. Well, do I? 'Cause, you know what? I'll do it for the fuel here, because, and I'll tell you why. This is always going to be running at full. It's always going to be making 760. We are getting the extra compacted coal from the rocket fuel. So this is always going to be running 100 no matter what. So this is not going to change. But the fuel, if we have less compacted coal, we're making less turbo fuel, right? And if we're making less turbo fuel, we need less fuel. So I can just turn those off. But this compacted coal is always meant to run at 100%. So hopefully that made sense, because it makes sense to me. But yeah, so I'll just switch off, what is it, these 5 then? Yeah, because we need 19, that was the difference. So if I just stand by the refineries, nothing should back up. And I'll also have to stand by some of the heavy oil residue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, yes, I see this, but I don't know if I'm bothered. I might just slap a wall across there. I'll do something about it. But okay, those 5 are on standby. Anyway, just cross-referenced plan. That's not right. That was just a flashbang. No, it isn't. Oh yeah. 18. How many is it on the actual plan? No, this is the rocket fuel. So this is 18. On here, 14.25. So a standby 3, 1/4 1. Yeah, okay. Easy, and then I'll go and do all the things I said I would. Nice and simple. And then I will come back and we can talk about what I'm going to do after that. Oh my god, I just had a massive revelation. Things are going to look different now because you can see the top of the screen. Oh my god, I thought that was just broken forever in OBS, but I just accidentally dragged it, and I assume that's what I did before, because I didn't know you could do that, but now it's fixed and you can see the whole screen. Oh my god. Oh, joyous day. Anyway, I should pay attention to what I was doing. Okay, I'm just putting down the water extractors and piping them together. So that's where I am right now. These are all going to be overclocked, except this one, I believe. Hang on. Not divide, minus. Yeah, this one needs to be on 240. Because, well, reasons. But I think, well, 2 of the pipes are going to go to each of them, right? So I can merge, like, this one and this one. I can merge them two, and I can merge these two together in one Mark II as well. But then that one I'm going to need to split in half, because the top and the bottom are equal, right, of that, so they need the same amount. And these will be equal by default, but the 240 I'll need to split. But I'll just organise those, and they're gonna run up the same way with these up here. And also, I left a note, because it's the next day now. Anyway, yes, progress is progressing. We're almost there. Okay, I worked out the pipes and just slapped some valves on, so we got 720 of each of these. So you got 600 and 120, 600, 120, aka 720, 2 groups of that, which is good because this whole thing is 720, and we need in the recipe a ratio of 1 to 2. So now I just need to drag everything over, which isn't difficult, it just takes time. So bringing all the pipes over took longer than I thought it would, but it was still pretty easy, and it's very satisfying, the results, to have the big bus. And this is really starting to come together and look like a full factory. I mean, this is still in the way, but we need it, okay? It will be gone soon, but we need it. Because God knows if I hadn't... Hello? If I hadn't had that running still, I would have run out of plastic from building all these pipes. But yeah, we have the heavy oil residue for the lower layer collected up and connected. And then I just need to connect the second water pipe, and then connect this one, and this one up here to this section. But then this part's done, and I can close it all off with aesthetics. And I'm planning to, as soon as I, just to ease your worries about this kind of thing, as soon as I get the trains bringing in the coal and the sulfur, as soon as I get that, before actually turning it on, well, actually no, not before turning it on, I'm gonna yoink some of the coal and the sulfur, because then I can make some nobelisks and clear out these guys, which are immune to the chainsaw. Which is, I don't know why some of them are. Coffee Stain, please make it consistent. Either make all of them need a chainsaw or none of them. Because it's like specific sizes of them need the chainsaw. And specific sizes need nobelisk. It's weird. But yes, besides that, good progress is coming along. And it's really just a matter of patience. Okay, it's been a while now, but I connected all the power, so we have the control, and I set up the sinking for the polymer resin from the heavy ore residue, because we're not doing anything with this, it's just going in here. I'll just cover that up. Yeah, progress is progressing very nicely. I also connected all the pipes up here, and so this could theoretically make fuel, but I don't have the output set up, so that's what I have to do now. And let me just test something. What the hell? This is really weird. This is what I'm going to do then, because save space. We're a little tight on space on this upper layer, but this lower layer, I won't have to do that. I can just go out, although I might do it anyway. It looks kind of nice. I don't know, I'll see. Point is, I'll finish it. Also, yeah, we seem to be having packaged fuel, which means we'll have fuel, won't we? We do have fuel. Okay, I'm gonna leave this running, because if this all fills up, right, then the flow rate of the pipes will be perfect. That's just a fact. So I'm gonna leave this running, and then I'm gonna connect all the pipes of the fuel, and then we have to build the turbo fuel refineries, which I'm still deciding where I want them. Okay, the outputs for the fuel are all set up. I'm gonna see if I can smooth this out, but I don't mind it that much, but it is a bit, yeah. But this is the excess, and then we have one 600 pipe and another 600 pipe. So now we gotta get the turbo fuel refineries, don't we? Yeah. Anyway, I just thought of what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna thread the needle with this pipe. If we bring it up. Horizontal vertical, please. Forward. And then so that is nice and easy. And then yeah, I think I'll bring, so this one's only 240, so this one can be these. So I think I'll put this here, and then that's there. Okay. Cool. So then what I was going to do here is go like this. And like... that clips. Very cool. Yep. Okay. This works. I'm happy with this. And now we've got fuel all organised. All of the things that we've done so far culminate to this. And so how do I get this? Do I have to go over the tracks? I mean, seems like it. We've kind of used up all the space here. I don't know, I'll have to think on this. But what's next for me is I need to actually connect the outputs, because you see I connected those together, all the merges are together. I will fix that in a second. But the actual outputs don't actually come out of the building, right? That makes sense? So I need to connect them so everything actually comes out of the building, and then we can transport it to wherever we're doing turbo fuel, which I guess... Okay, I'm going to figure out where I'm going to do turbo fuel first, then that. That's already all figured out. Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay. Just a lot of... It's a thinking task now. I just left the game running by accident for a while, and we're nearly at 100 hours with 4 minutes away. I just came back to start work on the turbo fuel. But yeah, 100 hours nearly. My days, that's a lot. So while I think about the turbo fuel I've been stalling, basically, so I made this little nature reserve, which will probably, by the time we're done with all the generators and everything else I want to build here, with all the oil we have available, there won't be much nature left. So thought this was a nice little thing, you know, just the last bit of nature that exists in this biome, or will exist. But everything else will go. Alright, so I decided I wanted to build the turbo fuel refineries, and also I'm just going to need the space anyway for the generators, but I wanted to do it somewhere near or where the current temporary plastic or rubber setup is, so I've actually fully going to destroy it, but I'm just filling up a couple industrial storage containers for plastic and rubber so that we still have a supply for the dimensional depot before we build the permanent. I'm further stalling the construction of turbo fuel by getting all of the power shards that we will need for all the generators, which is somewhere in the region of 600. Yeah, it's slightly less than 600. Hang on, how many less is it than 600? I think it's 24 less than 600. I'm not doing that right now in my head. Actually, I am. 576 power shards. Yeah, it's a lot. So I'm getting to work on that. But also, as part of it, I placed down this first group of generators because we are going to need to burn the turbo fuel to begin with, and I think we need, it was 51 generators, yeah. And I decided to place the rocket fuel generators in groups of 48 because that takes 500, so it's divided by 4. Complicated maybe, but it works. But yeah, so we do need the turbo fuel one, so I just decided, why not just start? So this is going to be a group of 48. I just need to finish these, and then I'm just going to slap an extra 3 on temporarily, so that, like, I'm just going to slap an extra 3 on temporarily so we can burn the turbo fuel, and then when we upgrade to rocket fuel, then I will place the rest of them, because it's a lot. But yeah, groups of 48, We're making 2,000 turbo fuel. This is how much each of them will burn, because 48 generators, this is how much they rocket fuel they burn fully overclocked. It's 500. So yeah. Once I finish this, though, once I build these last generators, I am going to place the turbo fuel because I have decided where I want it. Because I hadn't decided that before. I want it here, along this bit. And maybe down here. Just this section. I don't know if it would fit in here. How long does it need to be? If I need 32 of these, let's say I put them, they're 4x3. So it was like, it would not be like that. If it was like that, which it wouldn't be because I want some leeway, then I could get what? Like, not even 3 in? Yes, this would have to be rows of 16 of them. And sorry, I don't think this is 64 foundations long. I mean, it might be, but I don't think it is 64 foundations long. Last time I checked, that is a long distance. In fact, that's half a kilometre. So, yeah, I don't think this is half a kilometre. Let's count together. Okay. 14. Yeah, it's not looking like it, Chief. I mean, I could overclock the turbo fuel refineries, but I don't know if I care that deeply. I mean, we do need the space, though. If it was half of 512. 256, yeah, nah. That ain't happening. That's 25 big zoops. And that's that long. Absolutely not. I don't think they're going to fit in here. I think I'll have to reserve the space for generators again. Which is alright. But it's going to be out here then. There is a gas pillar though, so we might have to go on one final side quest to get some nobelisks. Because otherwise we might not be able to live while we build. And living is nice, in my experience. Okay, it turns out I'm an idiot who didn't put in the right numbers, I guess, when I first calculated I need 64 generators. No big deal though. What have we got? Oh Jesus. We've got 48. All there. That's 20. That's 28. So I guess we just need another 12 foundations in that direction. Oh, I mean, yeah, because that's going to get destroyed eventually anyway if I build 12 foundations in that direction, because this group of 48, that's staying, but like the group of 64, that's not how we're rolling, because, well, that could work. That would save me some time. Oh, fine. I'm gonna, I think, yeah, I'm gonna do the 3 groups of 64, just because that is an easier future-proofing thing. So, how much space do we need? I kind of want to reserve a lot of this space, because, oh, okay, I'll just show you. I want to do this for my plastic and rubber, and this is meant to just set me for the rest of the game. Just that this is everything I will ever need. It's just done and dusted, right? This is what this is supposed to be. And I kind of want to have big city with all of these different things, like, alright, can I just say how cheated I feel? It might be a bit strong, but as I will have said by this point in the video, I was planning to do a like big oil city, and now I opened Satisfactory 1.2, I opened the experimental branch, and what's the stupid loading screen? It's an oil city and it's making turbo fuel. This isn't fair. They're copying me, but in the future. The recycled rubber, the recycled plastic, because everything has things going in between it, and not the pipes, but all the solid stuff. I kind of want those to be like big skyscrapers, because we do not have the space to lay out 80 refineries. I mean, I'm laying out 64 turbo fuel ones, and that's already a massive amount of space. If it's 4x3, that's 12 foundations, and we need 32 of those blueprints. So 12 times 32, that's 384 foundations. And if we times that by 64, you'll see why. That's 24,000 square meters, just these 32 blueprints, and so we don't have the space to lay out all of this nonsense. Oh, I think I died. That was clever. Anyway, yeah, but the point is we don't have enough space to lay out all of this. Calm down. Right. But yeah, that's the idea. But since that's the idea, I kind of want to reserve that space. So yeah. Anyway, I gotta go and make those extra generators now. Those extra 16. I'll grab the copper sheets, I guess, because I can. And I'll also grab the motors on the way over. And this is why I said we need the more rubber. Yeah, finally, I finished the generators and I'm on the quest to get all of the resources to make it less painful building all of the turbo fuel blueprints. So I've gone past everything else I need. Actually, you can have 2 of those back. Save some space. And then I do need some iron rods. Maybe not that many. I can probably save another slot. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my days. How many? Oh, so much concrete. Okay. Right. If we think about this, there's some things that we're going to get back faster than others, because like stack sizes and that. So, silica, that's less than a stack, but that's all in the depot, so that doesn't matter anyway. I reckon I can probably get rid of this and some of the motors. Oh man. I'm probably gonna have to make a return trip. I just made it back. Now my feet are doing a dance while I die. It's mocking me. I literally just made it back and was about to start facing.
Training is in order.
Shut up. I took the tiniest amount of damage on the way there, so I didn't survive, because for those of you who don't know, in Satisfactory, if you're on full health, you'll always survive a fall, no matter what. But I still had a tiny bit of health that I'd taken, so I didn't survive the bloody fall. Oh, that's so irritating. Okay, it's been a while, but I've finished the turbo fuel refineries. You see what I meant? This took up a lot of space. Yeah. Wild. I had to scoot them over a little bit. 1 because big rock, and 2 because there's an oil node there. that was the one we were using for the temporary plastic and rubber. But now this is down, I just need to run the compacted coal belts, run the fuel pipes, and actually connect all the blueprints together, because they're not. And then belt it. And then if I run the turbo fuel pipes over, then the power plant will work. Okay, I finished the connections on the refineries, and I'm just bringing the compacted coal down. You know what, hang on, I don't like the black lines there, I want to fix that. Yep, just lag me up. I'm going to have to turn down the graphics soon, because I have it currently on max settings on graphics, which means I have a long way to go down in terms of performance, but it's getting to the point, and also given we're in the centre of a massive thing, right, it's getting to the point where I'm teleporting upwards when I'm using the jetpack, which is basically just a sign of lag, because it like calculates your lift, and in the frozen frames it's still carrying you up, but it's not using fuel. It's weird, but yeah. Hello, it's the editor who's much smarter than present me. Actually, I don't have to turn down the graphics because 1.2 came out, and with every update it gets a little performance boost. So you saw earlier, I just turned on the experimental branch, and it's running a little bit better. I'm getting like 80 FPS when this whole thing is running. Okay, I finished the compacted coal with a lot of risk to my life from the gas pillar, and it turns out there's also radiation over there on top of that, which I kept getting blasted with, and I was trying to avoid the gas pillars, so I almost died again, but I'm fine, and now I have to bring these over. I'm going underneath. That's how I'm going to do it. It's the only way I can see to fit the pipes in, unfortunately. But it will be pretty cool, I think. Especially if it runs through here, because then it comes out on this side. And then here. Yeah. Okay. I actually like this. It's like a little... I like the aesthetic of the pipes kind of just going all over the shop. It's just neat, isn't it? So if I like do this, it also cements that the nature is still not safe, which I think is good. Just to remind them that even though I did spare this on purpose because it looks nice, it's still not safe from the industry. Okay, all the fuel is fueled together. Oh my god, that took a while. But it's okay. So now I just need to merge the actual turbo fuel outputs from here. I just need to merge these together and then connect them to the pipes, and everything's all good. So if I think if I do this, is it gonna, yeah, it's gonna say the pipe's too short. Okay, what if is that in line? Not a clue. No, it's not, that's in line. Okay, well, this is difficult, isn't it? Okay, I figure if I connect that to, hang on, give me a second. There we go. This is tricky. Alright, the turbo fuel outputs are connected. And so the only thing to do in this step, which has gone way out of control, I did not expect it to take this long. I mean, I don't know what I expected, it was kind of silly. Paving the biome, putting all the machines down. But the last thing in this step is connecting all the wires here, and then bringing these wires and the wires in the generators to the control building. And once we do that, we can move on to the next step. Finally. after long last. Okay, it's the next day, or night in game, and I just spent a little bit of time underclocking all of these things, because right now, obviously, we're not going to be running at full capacity, and so since we don't have the backfeed of compacted coal from the rocket fuel, which we will have eventually, needed to underclock a few of these refineries, not these ones, I think they're over there, and a few of the generators, just to even it all out, so that the power graph will be nice and straight. It really doesn't make any difference, other than that. It would still be making the same amount of power, it would just be going up and down. So, anyway, yeah. Now that's done, there's only one step left, and I would go and cross off the to-do list, but I'm over here now, and I don't want to go all the way back. If I die, I'll do that. But what we need to do now is trains. So I already sort of planned out the route, like I said, but now I gotta go along the route. So I'm just gonna spend a second going that way, and I might need to make a train spiral blueprint, depending. But we'll see. So I'm gonna get to work. If I go in blueprint mode, yep. Very good. Okay, I'm going to basically just do this forever. Alright, so I may be the only one, but that doesn't matter because I'm the one in charge. But like I said at the very, very start, if you can remember, 40 minutes ago, I know that might be hard, I said that the trains were horrible and I changed them to be way neater. This is still true, I haven't gone to an altered dimension, but I was just editing and I was thinking, what's the point in showing you, like, stuff that isn't gonna happen? It's just complete nonsense, most of it, because I was being silly. I think I hit the mic there. But, yeah, I just don't really feel like showing it to you. Well, I don't not feel like it. I don't think it's necessary, basically. It's just going now, so I gotta follow the trains, because I just set them off, and I expected the power grid to explode, but it didn't. So, weird. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Just following the trains. Is everything more saturated when I'm in here? I swear it doesn't normally look this orange. Ah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure this seems to be working as intended. Oh, okay, there it is. Yep, nothing wrong here. This all seems to be okay. Everything seems to be in order. Alright. I'm no expert, but I don't think that entire thing should be in the air. What? Taking the station with it. This isn't what I wanted. What's happening? Dude. Dude. Turn off self-driving. Get out of there. Get out of there. Cancel the docking. Run. It's not safe. The station's possessed. Okay, turn on self-driving. Okay. Everything's fine. Oh, wait, no. Oh! I wanted to get on top of it. Well, it's a good thing we've got hypertubes, isn't it? We're almost back. So, if we come in here. Right. So, how much have we got? I can't check because it's docking. Is there anything that's come through? Because the coal has come through, I know that. So I guess it's just taking a second. Unload. Ah, I gotta change it. That's an issue, but small one. So it's fine. Why is this yellow? Oh, because it's meant to be. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Shut up. Ignore me. So when the next train comes back, should unload, and we should see the compacted coal start being made. And then that can build up as well, because I'm pretty sure the fuel has built up. And if it hasn't, then the turbo fuel refineries aren't on, so that I can swap them round and build it up. You know, maybe they're not on, maybe that's why it didn't crash. No, it's not on. So, I'm going to let all of the belts fill with compacted coal, because this is on. And then, once we have that, then I can turn on the heavy oil residue and the packaged fuel again, so that all the pipes can fill with fuel. And then you just have to turn on the turbo fuel refineries and we should have power. So I'm going to just survey my domain as it comes through. Hello, gap. So I should see stuff coming through here and then out there. The compacted coal is working. Everything is coming through. And now at the turbo fuel refineries we should see, they won't be on because they don't have power, but there will be coal. Likely. Yeah? Yeah? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm gonna die of poison here, aren't I? Yep. Cool. Anyway. Wow. Okay. Yeah. What's the fuel situation? Okay. Now I'm going to go and disconnect the other factories so everything can run at once. Because we definitely will need the full power for that. What the fuck? You're on standby. How are you producing turbo fuel? They don't have any power. No, literally, the refineries shouldn't have power. What? Hang on. Why are you on? Stop it. I did not turn you on. Okay. Hang on, keep it on. Keep it on. But yeah, I have to go and disconnect the other factories temporarily so that we have enough power to run this place fully to get it started. Reactivate. Activate. Activate. Awesome. Oh, that's good. The max consumption is a touch over, isn't it? Ooh, that's fun. It's fine. No, I don't want to turn it off. I just clicked. Calm down. Right. What the hell are you doing? I don't know. Don't worry about it. Okay. That's flowing like it should. Got polymer resin, which means this is working. They should give me an indicator. God, they're all clean pipelines. Get me to an indicator. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fuel is going. It's moving. Seems to be full in all pipes. So is everything here full? Oh, it's near full. It's all flowing down. You know what? It might be time to turn it on. If we've got fuel, okay, yeah. It's backed up. All of that is going to be full if that's full. Yeah. I think it's time to turn on this absolute monster of a power plant. Now, remember, we should be getting, if we have the coal power plant and this power plant on the same network, we should be getting 44,200 megawatts. Because this is going to be making 40,000 for the time being. Makes enough sense. Oh, that's split, okay. Good. That's good. Turn that off. Turn that on. This is the world grid. Okay. This is really exceeding. Okay, right. Turn all of it off. Just make. I want. The graph is all over the place. Oh my god. Okay, I just want turbo fuel. All I want to see is some delicious polluting gases now. Yes. This is good. Wait, no, I wanted to fill up the pipes. What am I doing? Okay, right, I've got to deactivate the generators so the pipes fill, and this should work, I think. If we cut off the power to the generators. But they seem to be, like, interconnected with this. Like, these two seem to be interconnected. I'm only seeing red lights, but that just means I don't have power. Wait. Where? I hear it. I can hear it. Where are they? It's there. It's these lot. Okay, so these lot are on this power line. Yeah. This power line. 3, sure, if it's crossing over. Those two are not connected. Not this one. Oh wait, no, I'm being stupid, aren't I? It's not gonna not. it's not gonna not fill them, it's just gonna not give the power to the main grid. I just didn't realise how existence worked, I guess. Or at least I think so. I'm confused now, but I'm just gonna ignore that and I'm just gonna turn on the generator switch and make everything work. Oh, Jesus Christ! It does not seem to be going up beyond this point. And I thought it was just about to do it as soon as I said that, but it doesn't seem to be going up. I mean, this is 100%. Okay, we have 1,200 total. We've established this. We divide that by how many is this burning coming 18.75. Divided by 18.75. 64 generators. Top 10 favourite things I like to happen when I'm trying to make a system run. The trains just stop. They have power. They haven't derailed. They just decided to just not be a train anymore. It's really fun, I think. Look, what has possibly caused this? Someone enlighten me. What is this? I just went to look. I was just looking around and I noticed, one of the entire compacted coal belts is just not doing anything. Why is that? Are you... Save change? Are you gonna go? What's happening? I think this is cursed. It's moving apparently, that's good. Okay. Turn off self-driving, please. Oh, okay. Well, I'm of the opinion, right, that I like my trains to move. Oh, this is breakneck speeds, people. Oh, be careful. Is it literally just because there's a hill? Is it just because there is a hill leading up to a station, so you've decided to do this? Because you haven't done this before, so it doesn't make any sense. What are we doing? Go! Please! Go! Just... Oh my god, he's got stage fright. The electric train has stage fright. Just... You're a locomotive, so locomote. This is silly, right? Deliberate train crash time. Okay, fixed. Okay, give me 1 second to fix this other one. All good. It's a good thing I'm indestructible, right? Come on. So have they been like this ever since they derailed it? Because they derailed it, right? Because I don't have signals, they've been derailing a bit. So they derailed it. Have they just been like this the entire time? Okay, turn on self-driving. Go. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Edit timetable, please. Save changes, right. Okay, bye. Are you gonna go now? Okay. Note to self. Never let trains derail on a hill because they'll get stage fright and stop moving. The graph is stabilizing. It's stable. We've done it. We've achieved power graph nonsense once again. Except this time a lot higher, and I mean like a lot higher than it was. My word. This is quite something, isn't it? Well, this is wild. I didn't think I'd get this done today. How have you... Hang on. Why did the production jump 16 megawatts? It's not even 6, it's slightly less than 6. Is there a biomass burner that just decided to turn on? Because that's the only thing that takes about 15, 16 megawatts. What the... That's so weird. Anyway. Yeah, the power plant is done. And so... I guess it's time for a little overview. Well then, that's going to about do us for this episode. As always, please, if you feel like it, like, subscribe. If you have anything to say, anything you like, anything you didn't like, leave a comment. And maybe come back next time if you feel like it, even if you don't want to subscribe. Every view counts. So, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.